businesses are still looking at the paid space to be a silver bullet almost, as put more money in, we need to scale, we need to improve, etc., etc. It's really important to understand that actually these tools are not silver bullets. They're not magic cash machines. You can't just put money in and expect a return out. You do have to work for it. And the key thing really is understanding that they're not game changer for businesses that are not doing particularly well or are on a downward trend or not set up properly. They are generally an amplification of the business itself rather than quick fix or a solution necessarily. If your business is set up and structured in the right way, they will amplify the good parts of your business and help you grow. If your business is structured in a bad way and it's not built for these channels and these platforms, it will amplify that as well and sink you a lot of money in doing so. And just to give an example of this, I had a client that kind of left us about 6 months ago. Had kind of done really, really well in COVID and had this slow but steady decline since 2023 onwards. And we had discussions with them regularly about this isn't really a Google Ads issue or a Meta issue. This is actually what we think is a business issue. You're not getting enough new customers in, costing you too much. Profit margins were paper thin. I'm talking 5% or less, which is wild. They'd accrued a lot of debt and a lot of cost over the COVID period where things were booming, and that wasn't working anymore. The moral of that story is they actually moved to another agency or another specialist who's a big following in the Google Ads space, and still work with them in certain ways, still have access to all their financial data and business performance data. And they're actually now actively worse off than when we were managing it 6 months ago. That decline has continued. They're now spending more money in Google Ads and making less return. Lots of shift around in the build and things like that, looking for these platform specific tactics that a lot of gurus like to talk about. I think these are fine if the business is structured in the right way, but I think fundamentally in this scenario is the business just is on a decline, and addressing how the Google Ads are managed and who's managing those is not addressing the core issue, which is that the business structure just isn't there for the way that market is going. It's just a cautionary tale for moving around agencies, specialists, deal types, platforms, channels. All of that is moving deck chairs around on the Titanic in a lot of cases. You have to identify the core business issues and whether or not you are strategically placed to deal with those specifically. So just something that I've been thinking about lately. It's a frustration. You want to do a great job for these clients, and you over time starting to understand that there's things out of your control that need addressing first before you can really have that impact, and all you can do is advise on that. But if anybody else is thinking that paid media or PPC is going to be a quick fix to potential downturn in business over the last couple of years post-COVID, think twice, make sure you do due diligence, make sure your business is structured in the right way and you can afford to make that investment.